Statutes make your equitable assets legal. This means that your private equity is becoming public equity, or your private assets are becoming public assets. This all has been going on since the 1933 Emergency Banking Act, where they seized the gold, then converted it into a public legal tender that we currently use today. The same way the banks operate today. The promissory note, that's your equitable asset. Then they convert it into public funds, and then they loan the public funds to you, and then they make you pay it back. See, the statutes allow the government to assign legal titles to your equitable assets. You know, like the insurance derivatives, the insurance wrappers, the assessments, the COURTCAM, those are all legal titles assigned to equitable assets. When your equitable assets are made legal, then lawyers can pull you into the public legal court at law and railroad you. That's not what you want. You want to be in a court of equity where they can actually see your equitable assets for what they truly are. Then that makes a world of difference. Beneficiary has all the authority in the court of equity. For example, a mortgager has an equitable right of redemption, but that can only be seen in a court of equity, not in a public court at law.
Now, before we move forward, I just want you guys to keep in mind that this is the same guy Sabir Bey accused of stealing his teachings. Now, we just saw the nonsense that this man is talking, so just keep that in mind and let's move forward.
Here's the number one way to beat a child support case. First thing you need to do is you need to correct your status to being a private American. Right now you're a district citizen, aka a U.S. citizen, aka a public citizen. Correct your status to being a private American pre-1933. Now, second thing that you need to do is you need to purchase your child support case via tendering a special deposit. Third thing you need to do is invoke your right to equitable subrogation in circuit court or some higher court. Now, if you don't know what any of this means, then you need to join so that you can learn about suretyship under the rules of exclusive equity. You too can become a master student of exclusive equity.
All I have to say is, sir, what in the doohickey are you talking about?
You must challenge jurisdiction in your court case in the right way, at the right time, and in the right form. The right way is ding, 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 abatement. The right time is when you have to make an appearance in court. We do special visitation, not special appearance. Ghosts can appear, but people actually visit places.
Wow. Now that was deep. Now I see why this guy is one of the top sovereign citizen gurus on the planet. He just said sovereign citizens don't make special appearances in court. They make special visitations. I hope you sovereign citizens out here taking notes.
The right way is ding, 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 abatement. The right time is when you have to make an appearance in court. We do special visitation, not special appearance. Ghosts can appear, but people actually visit places. And your plea in abatement has to be done before any other defense. Yes, including a motion. That's where most of y'all mess up at. And the right form is making sure that you got the required substance and verification. But guess what? You don't know about substance because you study statutes and codes, the commerce, the fake legal. You don't study exclusive equity jurisprudence that teaches you nothing but substantive rights and judicial authority. Statutes and codes are 1000% making an offer to you to contract under Emergency Banking Act, and the jurisdiction is UCC, military, and banking. That's why we have to abate the statutes and codes, effectively challenging the jurisdiction of the court. Otherwise, under the merged system of the equity and at-law procedures, if you don't show up to a court hearing, they can take your property, basically.
This dude has all the extra hidden secrets that you sovereign citizens haven't found out yet.
Your mama's a snitch, an informant. And if you're a woman and you just had a baby, you probably an informant too. Yeah, I know. My mama a snitch. She ain't above it. She's an informant. You probably wondering what I'm talking about, huh? When y'all sign that birth certificate application, you sign where it says informant. Nah, you're supposed to cross that out and put that you were a testatrix, a guardian, or something like that, trustee. What y'all did was you informed the government that it was a new free baby out here, and they need to come snatch it up so that they can profit off of it for their entire lifetime. Luckily, I got y'all. I done already been through the hard part, so I know exactly what to do. That's exactly where you're going to learn what to do as a parent to put your child in trust and protect it against all the foreign authorities on this land, including CPS, DFS, and any other government entity that's going wild out here. The 14th Amendment guarantees U.S. citizens and private Americans civilian due process. However, when we go in these courts and deal with PayPal and these other companies, we are receiving military due process. That's why we never see a judge before we even go to jail. Well, this is truly a violation of our sacred protection underneath the Constitution, the original written Constitution. It's truly a breach of trust, and all the court officers are liable to me, so their insurance has to pay out. Otherwise, if they don't have insurance, then their personal assets are up for grabs. Yes, they'll have an equitable lien on them. In the public, y'all call that damages, but in the private, we call that being injured. Now we got to be made whole. Got to balance the ledger.
The problem is a U.S. citizen is a government employee, is public property, government property. So when you obtain assets, those assets are government property. That's why the IRS can just swoop in and take it whenever. That's why the state can just swoop in and take your assets whenever. It's their property. You're their property because you think you're a U.S. citizen. You're really a private American.
Got status correction. And the way that we do it is we go to the courts. Why do I like the way that we do it? I'll tell you why. A lot of people have their ways of doing status correction, which for majority of the ways I like it, but I like going through the courts because for one, if you got one judge or maybe three judges that is saying or agreeing with you, signing off, saying, yeah, you are a private American. You get that private decree. Versus, let's just say, any one of us is doing our own declaration. We up against this system, right? But so if we got this system saying, hey, this guy's a private American, he's not like the rest of them, I'll take that any day.
Now that was just literally about 7 minutes of sovereign citizen word salad. This dude said absolutely nothing in 7 whole minutes.